So hey guys, as you can see, I'm barely logging in right now. Couldn't log in a while back. What happened is really that uh, well, nobody could really log in. Oh hey, that's good. But what happened is here, I'll show you. So it's a Hanzo event and a Mifune event, and what happened is that all of these, all you had to do was consume 100 gold, and you would get all of these as a reward. Every single one of the items, and well, the devs noticed pretty quickly, so they kind of just took it down. But yeah, if you consumed 100 gold for about an hour or half an hour after you logged in, yesterday, all of the rewards were up there for like 100 gold. I don't know whether they'll let you keep it or not. But yeah, they just kind of, I think they kind of just freaked out and stopped everything. And yeah, that's it. I really hope I get a side package, side fragments, so you get to motherfucker. God damn it. Oh well, it gives me more days to what do you call it? Um, to get toad sages for Danzo. I mean, I don't think I need them, or I don't need that many days, but it's nice either way. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's a Hanzo event, anime Fune event. If you're gonna recharge, I would actually recommend you do so. Um, during this event because Hanzo and Mifune are rather powerful cards. Um, they will actually get you fairly far into into the dungeons chapters. Um, really, you don't even have to buy any money. What you can do is, what's it called? Go ahead and what am I doing? Uh, there you go. What you can do is you can go to the Ninja Draw and get a Mifune for a purple card Mifune, and Mifune is actually rather strong. So I mean, do a gold 10 draw and you're gonna get one Mifune. Yeah, it's a Danzo and Mifune event. They haven't released their secondary passives for either one of them. I can check if you want to. But as far as I know, they haven't released either one of them as of right now. So, let's see, where's Mifune? Um, yeah, they haven't released a secondary passive for Mifune, and it doesn't look like they've done it for Hanzo. So I mean, either way, these cards are very powerful. Hanzo has the Poison Body skill, which I mean, once again, you do need to consume quite a bit to get these skills, but that skill really makes him a little bit more powerful. Any sort of damage that he takes, he will deal a stupid amount of damage back. If you consume the 20k, which if you're a new player and you only have 20k, I would actually recommend consuming 20k. Be careful how you consume it, obviously, but do consume it, especially if you're gonna get a gold Mifune and a gold Danzo. I mean Hanzo. Because those cards are rather good. All of these items are very good. I actually have them all. As you can see here, this is the Crypto Branch Eodea. I think that the only way that you can get the Crypto Branch Eodea during this event is by having a gold Hanzo. So I'll actually read you the rewards for having them diamond and such. So as you can see, Hanzo Training Gift, if you have them bronze, you're going to get a Big Toad Kichi times 10, level 6 Bow Scroll Package times 5. If you have them silver, you're going to get Crypto Branch Eodea times 1. If you have them gold, you're going to get the refining material for Crypto Branch Eodea. If you have them diamond, the skill, you're going to get a skin with the skill for Hanzo. And yeah. So I mean that's actually pretty good. Especially the diamond reward. Before you actually had to pay quite a bit to get the skin. But now it's basically free. And then there's the Diamond Mifune. If you have them bronze, you're gonna get Big Toad Kichi times 10, level 6 Pill Scroll package times 5. If you have them silver, you're gonna get the active skill I Beheading second style. You're gonna get, if you have them gold, you're gonna get the passive skill I Beheading style third style 1 flash. Then if you have them diamond, you're gonna get belief times 50. The belief is actually the refining materials for Mifune and Hanzo's items to tier 4. and to diamonds. So I mean that's actually quite useful. To get either of them to their diamond stage after you get them to gold, you do need 150 belief for each, as you can see. I think that you can diamond Mifune at level 90. I can't quite remember, but I'm fairly sure that you can. So I mean, that's actually very good. There's a new collections update. I mean, they say new, but this is really only new to iOS players. It's not new to Android. We've had this collection for quite a bit, and as you can see, it's 20k HP, 8k dodge, 13k taijutsu defense, and 9k ninjutsu defense. So you'll get this collection if you have both Diamond Mifune and Diamond Hanzo. It's a very good collection, so I would recommend getting it if you can. And as you can see, exclusive skin Hanzo. Triple Bladed Scythe, Step 2, deal ninjutsu damage to all enemies and release poison to all enemies, last for 6 rounds. Now, this skill isn't very powerful. I mean, it does deal quite a bit of damage, at the very least, 1 million damage if I recall correctly. No, not even 1 million, like a good 500, 600k. And once again, for players like, well, lower level players, that's quite a lot. And the poison debuffs, they're actually debuffs. They're not like the percentage debuffs like his old skill. So it actually makes him a little more useful in the Ninja World War. And in the Tailed Beast and all that, because he actually deals damage to the debuffs instead of like percentage bonuses, which bosses like the Tailed Beast and the Ninja World War are immune to. So there's a new new trial. It's the Faith Not Dead. You have a chance. You just beat it. But you have a chance to get a bunch of these items. You have Exploding Flame Formation, Poisonous Skill Body Book, Exclusive Equipment Kurosawa, Hanzo's Face Mask, Salamander times 1, Kusari Gamma Ring. You have Samurai Soul Hanzo, Samurai Soul Mifune. Those are refining materials, really. Poison Chain, Entrusted Belief. You need 60 of those to get the skin for Hanzo. Bloodline Stone times 5, Seal Stone times 3, All Powerful Scrolls times 6, and you need 30 stamina and 1000 gold to try it. Do keep in mind that the trial is a little harder than most trials, if I recall correctly. For somebody like me, they're obviously easy, but if you're lower level with lower level cards, you may have some trouble with it. Now I actually have all of their skills, all of their passives, all of their actives. I have everything for them, so I can actually do a fairly detailed showcase of them. Which is what I'm probably gonna do later on in this video. But yeah. So yeah, it looks like they didn't get any new items. So in some ways that's good, but in some ways that's bad because Hanzo really does need another few items. Because honestly he's a little underpowered compared to Mifune. But here we go. This for continuous recharge for 3 days, 500 gold. You're gonna get 78 Hanzo fragments. It's not a very good reward, but you have to keep in mind that you actually do go ahead and you have the ability to grind out Hanzo, especially earlier on. You just go to what is essentially Crying Country, and you can do the trial, you can wipe out and such, and as long as you can beat it, you have a fairly easy time of getting Hanzo to gold at the very least. It may take a lot of stamina, but you can do it. So I mean, there's that. So I'm also going to be doing daily Q&A, so keep in mind this video may be a little longer. If you're interested in the event, obviously I'm going to be doing the event first, but daily Q&A you may have to skip forward a little bit. And here's what I was talking about for the gold 10 draw. You're gonna get one Mifune. If you do first gold recharge, which is I think $5 more or less for 220 gold, you're gonna get one Mifune. So I mean that's 2 Mifunes right there. That's Mifune Bronze. And once again, Mifune really is a decently powerful card. So if you can, I would actually recommend for you to get him. Gold draw reward, you get a Toad Sage. I mean that's nothing special, but it's something. Daily recharge. Now, this event's really more centered around Mifune than Hanzo. For fragment wise, and that's actually rather good because Hanzo, like I said, you can actually recharge for him. Not recharge, but you can grind him out in this dungeon. Whereas Mifune will actually be quite a ways bit harder to grind out. Because you can do it, but he is in chapter 23, and that's a lot further and a lot harder than Hanzo, who's in chapter 15. So you get 10 Mifune fragments for 30 gold recharge. 25 for 220 gold. So it's 10, 25, add 50. So it's 85. Add 75. 155, I think. So if you just want fragments at 1,000 gold, you get 155 fragments each day. Because 10 plus 25 plus 50 plus 75. I think that's about right. Oh, my bad. It's 160 times 3 days, so that's 310 310 Mifune fragments. So that's basically 3 Mifune cards. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to get just Mifune gold by doing that, because you do need Mifune times 7 to get him to gold. So actually, if you pay 1,000 gold every day for this event, you're basically going to get 5 cards for Mifune, so that's what, 7 Mifunes. I mean, 5 Mifunes, that's silver, basically Mifune. Which, don't get me wrong, that's actually still quite good, but rather disappointing compared to what you could get. Either way, it's gonna be a little pricey to get Mifune all the way up to gold. Because once again, you can grind them out, but it just takes that much more not cash, but that much more time. But let me see. It's, yeah, you get 1 Mifune from the gold Tundra, 1 Mifune from recharging, and then 3 possible Mifune from the fragments. Let's see. Can you get any Mifunes from? No, you can't. So it's 3 possible Mifunes in total. Just from recharging for fragments, and yeah, you're actually gonna have to drop quite a bit then to get Mifune to gold, because you're gonna have to get to 5,000 gold if you want another Mifune after that, because as you can see, right here, Mifune and Hanzo, you got another card. So I mean, you to get Mifune gold, you would have to recharge 5,000 for what is essentially 2 days, and then 1,000 gold on the last day. So I mean, I don't know how you would feel about that, because that's quite a ways bit, but I do think you're gonna get Hanzo for diamond also, or or at the very least very close to gold Hanzo. You get a bunch of recharge coupons. You get a bunch of belief, which is a refining material for, once again, diamond Mifune and diamond Hanzo. So it's a Hanzo fragment 75 plus 80. That's what, 30, 185. Let's see, 185, 100, 200. Huh. Yeah. You're actually gonna get Hanzo to gold at the very least. So I mean, it's quite a ways bit, but these cards are very, very good. Same thing with the consumption. They're very good cards, but yeah. So VIP 12 rewards increase. So if you get to VIP 12 by some miracle, because VIP 12 is an insane amount of VIP recharge, you're gonna get a new skin for Itachi. More than likely, you're probably gonna have him to Inazagi Itachi with his skin. I mean, with this one, I will always love you, Itachi. But you will actually get the Tsukiyomi Itachi as a reward skin. It really just is a status thing. Like, oh yeah, I have VIP 12. If you see a person with that skin, either they've recharged quite a bit during another event, which was the Valentine's Day event, or they had or they have a VIP 12. It's really only two of options, really. But yeah, so that's about it when it comes to the event. If you can recharge and if you can get them to gold, I would strongly recommend doing so, because these cards are quite powerful. So I'll do a showcase now. So if you want to stop watching for now, it's up to you. But I'm gonna go ahead and showcase everything for these guys. Because they are actually quite powerful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off this team quite quickly, and we're gonna find Mifune and Hanzo. Here we go. They also get a bonus from being with each other, which is increase hit, taijutsu attack, and HP. Let's see if I can find Hanzo's items, because Hanzo does have 3 items, whereas Mifune has 5. Mifune will definitely have more CP than Hanzo, so you have to keep that in mind. Um, you'll actually get quite far with their CP, honestly. The reason I don't use them is because I have cards that are a lot stronger now, which is not to say that these cards are weak, I just have cards that are really overpowered compared to them. So I'm gonna unequip the Kusarigama there, and I'm gonna find my guy and then equip that, and we're gonna go all the way to Hanzo. So Hanzo has 3 items. They are Hanzo's gas mask, the Kusarigama ring, uh, and finally the Crypto Branchodea tier 4. And as you can see here, yeah, I haven't really been upkeeping them, because, well, uh, I got to level 100 upgrading a lot of these items, and I thought, well, I don't think I need them past level 100. So I mean, either way. So as you can see here at tier 4, Crypto Brancho de level 102, that's 110k ninjutsu attack, and that's an insane amount of ninjutsu attack if you think about it. But if you equip it to Hanzo, he actually gets an extra 18k ninjutsu attack and 41k HP. It increases the poison probability of poison mist bomb. It's just a skill, really, that has a chance to be released. Then there's Hanzo's gas mask tier 4. At level 115, it gives you 63k taijutsu attack and 61k ninjutsu attack, so that's very useful. And also, if you equip it to Mifune, he gets an extra 16k ninjutsu attack, 13k taijutsu attack, and 37k HP. Give me a second, I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. Sorry about that. It also releases a skill called Poison Mist Bomb, which is the one that the Crypto Branchodea gives you a better chance of releasing, or a better chance of sticking, because what it does, it's after you release your unique skill, it deals extra damage, poison damage for 1 to 3 rounds. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, but either way, it's still rather powerful. And then you have finally the Kusarigama tier 4. As you can see at level 120, it gives you 72k hit, 60k ninjutsu attack, and if you equip it to Mifune, to Hanzo, I mean, you get 21k an extra 21k ninjutsu attack, 11k hit, 21k HP. And you also get a skill called One Flash. Now, what the One Flash does, it releases every single turn that Hanzo does anything really, except for his unique skill or active skill. And it's a skill which does damage in the line, and it also has the effect that if the card that in front of Hanzo has less than 20% HP, that card will instantly die after it takes effect. So I mean that, like I said, in the chapters, in the chapter dungeons, Hanzo is very deadly. Now, as you can see here, this is a triple bladed scythe step 2. This is the skin skill for Hanzo, which is this one right here. This is the skill exclusive for Hanzo. Deals ninjutsu damage to all enemies and releases poison to all enemies. Lasts for 6 rounds. Need to hit. I will be obviously showcasing it in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and describe his active skill and his poisonous body skill. So his active skill is the release explosive attack to deal burning damage, exploding flame formation. That's the name of the skill, exploding flame formation. I just kind of went for the description, sorry. So release explosive attack to deal burning damage to all enemies with probability. Max continuous for 6 rounds, must hit to take effect. So basically, it's just active skill, which does a debuff damage. It's actually a rather good active skill. I wouldn't put it up on par with not with Mifune, not Mifune's, but with Tobirama's active skill, but it's a rather decent active skill, really, especially for Hanzo. Deal extra poisonous body, that's his passive skill. Deal extra ninjutsu damage to the enemy who attacks self. Cause poisoning for 6 rounds. Lose 10% of health for each round. Equipped actor increase ninjutsu attack 10,000. 240 plus 625 per level. Critical 500 plus 50 per level. HP 17,800 plus 795 per level. Now, level 100, this passive actually gives Hanzo 107k HP, 81k ninjutsu attack, 55k 5k critical, and quite a bit of recoil damage. I've seen Hanzo take down cards like Naruto in quite literally one hit when the recoil damage attacks. So I mean, it's a very good card, very good passive. So yeah, it's a decent card. As you can see, just with his items, he's actually at 2.1 million combat. If I unequip his items, obviously he will go down quite a ways bit, but his items do give him at the very least what looks like to be 500k worth of CP. So I mean, these are items are very good. Obviously, to get all of Hanzo's items, you're actually gonna have to consume, and to get his passive, really, you're actually gonna have to consume. To get all of his things, basically, you're gonna have to consume 15k worth of gold. If you do so, you're gonna get everything from Mifune. So I'll be actually talking about that in a second. So yeah, very good item, very good card. If you're gonna recharge, Mifune and Hanzo are decent cards to recharge for. So now, as you can see here, we have Mifune, Diamond, obviously, with all of his items. They're all level 115. Um, as you can see, with just his items, he's at 2.8 million combat. He does not have anything sealed into him, so you have to keep that in mind. Um, so let's jump right into it. So his item, the leather gloves, tier 4 at level 115, it gives you 89k ninjutsu defense and 50k taijutsu defense. Now, if you equip it to Mifune, he will actually get an extra 8k ninjutsu attack, 6k dodge, 50k HP, and 40k ninjutsu defense. Did I read that right? I think I may have gotten. No, it should not be right. Okay, I know what I did wrong. I'm sorry. This is for Shinade. The reason I had that on him is because of the fact that, well, sometimes I switch out my cards quite nicely, their items, because they just get a stronger power boost from it. But these are the correct gloves for Mifune. Sorry about that. These are the samurai gloves. There we go. And we're gonna start with those. As you can see, samurai gloves tier 4 at level 120. It gives you 72k ninjutsu defense and 67k stamina. If you equip it to Mifune, he will get an extra 12k taijutsu attack and 62k ninjutsu defense. So the bonuses are quite nice. And with all of his items, once again, he's at 2.7 million combat, 2.8 million combat once again. After the samurai gloves, you have the samurai armor. So at level 115, it gives you 48k ninjutsu defense, 59k stamina, and 52k taijutsu attack. Now, if you equip it to Mifune, he actually gets an extra 38k HP, 25k taijutsu attack, and 19k ninjutsu defense. He also releases a skill called Batjutsu, which in the actual skill, when you use it, it's called the sword. And what it does, it seals the front row enemies, and it also seals their passive, which is actually quite useful. I used to use Mifune for quite some time, because since it sealed passives, there would be cards like Hashirama or cards like I don't know, who would be a good card to describe Hashirama, like Mifune, not even Mifune himself, actually, like cards like Naruto, like Tobirama, like Obito Uchiha. It would seal the entire front row in their passives, and I mean, it would basically make Hanzo's recoil damage just null and void as long as Mifune didn't attack Hanzo. And if Hanzo was in the front row, his passive would be sealed, and the recoil damage would be basically useless because it wouldn't work. It's sealed. So yeah, it's a very good item, really. So next up is a Kusarigama tier 4. As you can see at level 115, it gives you 36k hits, 112k taijutsu attack. If you equip it to Mifune, he gets an extra 70k taijutsu attack and 50k ninjutsu defense. He also releases one flash, which increases his dodge for 2 rounds and his own taijutsu attack, and chakra recovery for another 2 rounds. So I mean, it's released by unique skill. After the Kutsarigama, you have the Head Bandage Tier 4. At level 115, it gives you 89k ninjutsu defense and 50k taijutsu attack. Now, if you equip it to Mifune, he gets an extra 8k taijutsu attack and 6k hits, and then finally 50k HP and 40k ninjutsu defense. So, I mean, it's quite a bit of bonuses for his headpiece. And then finally, you have Samurai Boots Tier 4. At level 115, he gets 104k ninjutsu defense, 36k hit, and if you equip it to Mifune, he gets an extra 80k HP and 48k ninjutsu defense. So once again, he has 5 items, so he has quite a bit of CP. These are his skills, which are Iowa Beheading Style. Iowa Beheading, first style, deal taijutsu damage to a single target and kill front row enemies with less than 30% HP, instantly die, and dodge many attack for 1 round. Basically what it does, it hits your enemy, just the enemy in front of you, and if that enemy or anybody in the front row has less than 30% HP, they will instantly die. And it increases your dodge a little bit, not significantly, but just enough, really. Now, he has quite a few active skills and quite a few passive skills. His active skill is right over here. I really never bothered to upgrade it, because while it is useful, Mifune doesn't particularly need it. He deals quite a bit of damage, especially when you get his level 105 passive. If I can find it, I will actually show it, but I can't seem to find it. I'm gonna be rather angry if they took it off of my Mifune, off of my account, because okay, here we go. Apparently for this skill, the Iowa Beheading second style, you do need 2 taijutsu and 3 Iowa style. So he has a few bloodlines, as you can see, on Samurai Warrior, which gives him 7k HP, and then Taijutsu, which gives him 50k Taijutsu. So I need to change that to Taijutsu. His bloodlines are very easy to change. As you can see, he only has 2, so you really only have to worry about that. Give me a second to find that skill again. Shouldn't take too long, and I know it was at the bottom of one of these. Here we go. And yeah, that's his active skill. I'm gonna obviously showcase it in a second, but first I'm gonna describe his active skill and his passive skill. So his active skill: deal massive taijutsu damage to a single target and can kill the front row enemies whose HP is less than 30%. This enemy dies instantly, and dodge is massively increased for 1 round. So yeah, it's a good skill, I suppose. It's basically his unique skill, just in an active skill form. And then finally you have Iowa Beheading Faith skill. That's his level 105 passive. Really, you need 7 bloodlines. With chance to release 1 to 5 faith to oneself, each faith can increase own taijutsu attack by 35%. Can only be released once. Equipment increase HP 5,400 plus 870 per level. Hit 6,000 plus 270 per level. And taijutsu attack 6,000 plus 370 per level. So level 101, as you can see, it gives you for Mifune, it gives 93k HP, 44k taijutsu attack, 33k hit, and I'm not quite sure what the question mark stands for, but whatever the buff is, it gives you 26k. I don't know what it's for, but yeah, it's there. So I mean, that's nice. He does have a level 90 passive. I'll be explaining that one in a second. But it's a bit of a shame that they don't have a secondary passive for, at the very least, Mifune, because his secondary passive, in combination with his level 105 passive and his level 90 passive, they're actually quite deadly. As you can see, it's Iowa Beheading style, 3 flash style, 3 style, 1 flash. After normal attack, deal massive taijutsu damage to a single target and can kill front row enemies whose HP is less than 30%. This enemy dies instantly, and dodge increases massively for 1 round. Immune to poison after equipped. HP 4,000 plus 350 HP. 350 per level. Dodge 3,900 plus 355 per level. Taijutsu attack 1,950 plus 200 per level, and you need 6 samurais. So what this does, it just releases a unique skill every turn. Basically what Hanzo does with his ring. So we're gonna go over ahead and we're gonna go to here. Actually not there. What would be a good example? Maybe here they can do that. So as you can see, he did not here. I messed this up really. Obviously they're gonna be able to win, but I forgot to put in the Cursula Wraths. Unequip that from this guy and unequip that from this guy. Oh, to get all of Mifune's skills and items, you will actually have to consume 20k. So I mean, keep that in mind. But once again, these cards are very powerful. I know a lot of people have trouble with this one. 23-12. As you can see, what it does, the sword, it seals the front row, and then that deals its damage and its poison debuffs. And the debuffs, as you can see, they deal quite a ways bit. What you just saw, really, Mifune died. Not Mifune, but Hanzo died. How do I explain this? Because this is going way too fast. So what this does, his passive is level 90 passive. It makes it so every turn that he attacks, he will just deal, what's it called? A massive amount of damage with his taijutsu. It's basically a skill released every unique skill. Now, what his level 105 passive does, it makes him go from dealing like 1.3 million worth of damage to 5 million worth of damage with taijutsu. That's basically what it does. Really, Mifune is quite a ways bit more powerful than Hanzo, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing what I meant by the level 105 the secondary passive not being released for Mifune at the very least, because if he releases a skill every single turn, and if you combine it with the bonuses from the Faith Taijutsu attack, here we're gonna take off Hanzo for a second. We're gonna go here and we're gonna go ahead and do that again. This is him without his level 90 passive, and as you can see, he does just about everything the same, but instead of releasing a lot of what do you call it? A lot of continuous amount of skills. His taijutsu attack is increased quite a way more. So his normal attack just dealt 2 million worth of damage, and his active skill just dealt 3 million worth of damage. So it's like I said, it increases taijutsu attack. Right now, he started out with like I think 1 million worth of damage in his unique skill. He dealt 4 million on a critical, so that's basically 2 million. Yeah, he's gonna get he's kind of like Naruto with his Shadow Clone passive, if you believe that. And it's rather good. I mean, as you just saw, he dealt 4 million on his active skill, and it wasn't a critical. So yeah, it's a little hard to explain this guy. But he's very powerful. That's basically the gist of it. As you can see, he is soloing this trial, which once again a lot of people have trouble with. And keep in mind, I only got one of these, one of his buffs. I could have easily gotten 4 or 5, which would have increased his taijutsu attack a lot higher. There you go, he got 3, which increases his taijutsu attack, and just once again, as you can see, he deals 2 million critical on himself, 7 million critical with his active skill, 3 million. So I mean, he deals quite a bit of damage. Which is not to say that Hanzo doesn't deal damage either, because he does actually. Mifune is more of a focus card on one card doing damage, whereas Hanzo is really an AoE attacker. As you can see, he's obviously gonna die here, but he doesn't. He does a lot of AoE attacks. Here you go. There we go. The one flash skill, as you saw, it dealt 5 million worth of damage. On a critical, it's based on ninjutsu attacks, so that's always going to be dealing quite a ways bit of damage. And yeah, as you can see, whereas Mifune had to kind of rely on going one by one, Hanzo, it has the ability to, well, quite honestly, just if not straight out win, just take down a lot more of the HP of the overall team. He didn't get to use his active skill, unfortunately, but we'll see how this goes. So the debuffs, I think they're dealing 500 damage or 50k here. See the active skill that he's dealing is just quite a bit of damage. Obviously he died because Mifune has that ability that, well, just quite honestly, at 30% your enemy dies. That's just how that goes. But yeah, these two are rather powerful. Feels like I'm kind of stumbling through their showcase, but yeah, they're good cards. The only reason I don't use them is because I have more powerful cards. That's really the only reason. If nothing else, you should actually get them for the collection bonus. It will increase your CP overall quite a nicely. So I mean, yeah, as you can see, Hanto's going on with his ring. That's the active skill from it. Well, that's the skill from his ring. I think Mifune is gonna die because Mifune got in a lucky hit right now. But yeah, Mifune is more of a concentrated damage, whereas Hanzo's just attacks everybody. But yeah, they're very good cards either way. Yeah, it's basically the gist of it. So I'm gonna do Q&A, and then I think I'm gonna end the video because that's about it, really. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to, oh, the reason my CP is so low, is because a lot of their items have been pilfered, as you can see. They've been moved to the Ninja World War team, which is just at ready whenever I'm not gonna do cross server mines. The Ninja World War team is at ready to go straight up for the Ninja World War. So let's do the daily Q&A. I'm gonna go ahead and actually raise this and then lower the media volume because I don't want you guys to get hurt with your ears. So we're gonna go to YouTube. Oh hey, Ricardo, you got in because I. So yeah, that Ozma sneak peek hint turned out to be nothing, so I'm sorry for that. 12k is cheap. I'm lucky to have 2k. Just save up, dude. Don't worry. Little by little, I believe you can save up quite a ways bit. Thanks for accepting me into the Ninja 2OL community. No problem, man. Rip Luis's nose. I think you meant because I said that I do read fan fiction. And yeah, dude, there's quite a bit of lemons. Like, there's some things in there that, like, make me blush. I'm like, yeah, I'm either going to have to skip or I need somewhere private to read this because I don't want to be, like, red-faced around people, basically. But yeah, it's nothing bad, I suppose. It's just weird sometimes, just how graphic they go into detail. But doesn't really distract from a good story, really. Do you guys cannot log in too? Really, it's because of what I mentioned in the beginning of this video. What happened is, like I said, all the rewards were basically just free for 100 gold, and a lot of people, I guess, took advantage of that. And right now, for the longest time, I think for about 4 or 5 hours, nobody could log in. I think that was just them really fixing it, taking away or like seeing who did this or fixing the glitch or whatever it was. So I mean that's probably why we got 500 gold. They said it was maintenance or the update or whatever. It was probably just because nobody could log in for such a long amount of time. I have Naruto, Kuruma, Sakura, Shinobi World War, Sasuke, Suza, Obito, Kurenai, Tsunade base, Kabuto bronze, and my CP is only 1.9 million. Are there any other cards that you think I should use in my formation? Preferably not pricey. I also have Daytime Tiger, my guy, and he is really weak, like 60k CP with curse seals. Is this normal, and is it worth upgrading him to Ryu? I don't want to go for it if he isn't worth it, as he is so expensive to upgrade. So Maddie, okay, so if you're gonna be recharging, Ryu Might Guy is really worth it if you can recharge for him, because otherwise the grind for him is insane. Um, Now if you want cards that aren't too pricey, it's gonna sound stupid, but Mifune and Hanzo are rather good. Hanzo especially since you can grind them out for free. Mifune, you may have to pay a little more for him, but you can technically get him for free, I suppose. If you don't want to spend anything really, I would recommend to go ahead and keep on working on Naruto, Sakura, or Sasuke. They will go up quite a way bit higher, especially as they get to bronze, silver, and gold. The grind may be real, but he'll be stronger for it, basically. Now, for Daytime Tiger, my guy, that's actually rather normal. Because of the fact that Daytime Tiger is just a training step into Ryu Might Guy. So that's really normal. But if you can recharge for him, or at least do a gold 10 draw, Nocted Guy really is powerful. Just because of his lethal, it will help you immensely inside the trial dungeons and the normal dungeons and the heroic dungeon because he does lethal. He's one of the few cards who are technically free to do lethal. The only other cards who do lethal are really the Raikage and Killer Bee in combination together, and those cards are very pricey. And then finally, the other card is Suzu Itachi, who you have to have the AP9 to get. So I mean, if you can get Ryu, Might Guy, it's definitely worth it. Because he does lethal. Azuma doesn't seem to go. Yeah, you were right, Mike. Mike, that's weird to say, but yeah, you were right, dude. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong. Maybe the information was wrong, but we tried. I'm sorry. Thanks for the Ninja World War team, dude. Keep it up with the vids. Thank you, Cameron. Tristan Sexton. I saw your name, dude, and I thought that's a pretty awesome name. But what does it take to train Obito from gold to diamond, and how many? You're not gonna like this, to be completely honest. Yeah, Doji Epic is completely right. It's 90k ore. You need a lot of Uchiha's Nightmare, as you can see, 500 Uchiha's Nightmare to get him to diamond. Yeah. That's basically 90k worth of rare ore. You need 500 Uchiha's Nightmare. So each Uchiha's Nightmare, if I recall correctly, is 180. You need 500 of those. So yeah, 90k worth of rare ore to get him to diamond. I don't know whether he's worth it, to be completely honest, to get him to diamond. Because there's no collections and you don't really get any rewards for getting him to diamond. I think it may just depend on the next event, but yeah, there's that. So that was a rather short Q&A, so that's cool. So that's about it for this video. So leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you don't. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Bye. See if I can find it.